Hello and welcome to a new React video. And this time we have something else because we are reacting to the nominations of the Game Awards 2023. But not only that, I'm also giving my personal opinion on what I think about it and whatnot. Now, as per usual, that's just my personal opinion. Everyone will think differently. But I will also give my prediction what will win and what doesn't. Keep in mind there are a few categories here where I don't really have much to say, and I will click through it pretty quickly. And we are starting with the, in my opinion again, least interesting categories. And then the last category will be the Game of the Year category. So I have completely ignored this. There are a few things I saw, right, wasn't fast enough. So, like, I know two games which are at the Game of the Year award section, but then again, if you have a little bit of a brain and you have played video games, see, I don't have a brain, you could easily come to the conclusion that those two games are up there. So not too surprising. But everything else, I do not know. And of course, per usual, we will watch the Game Awards live on the 7th of December. If you want to do that with us, you are more than welcome to do so. You will find a link to the channel where this is happening. Maybe it actually happens on the reaction channel. We will see in the video description. And if not, the whole recording will be up on the reaction channel. So, with that said, best esports event. This is kind of weird that the League of Legends World Championships are here because they're still going on. How can you vote on an event which is still happening and where the biggest thing hasn't happened yet, which are the finals that happens this Sunday? So it's like, huh? Weird. Personal opinion, Evo. Evo was really good. But unfortunately, as per every year, I would say it will be League of Legends. Yep, as per every year. Best esport coach. I have no clue who those people are. Best esport teams. Wow. That's kind of hilarious because, yeah, what? Weird. I don't have nothing to say to this. I'm sorry. Best esport athlete. Okay, this is pretty easy. People can vote on this, right? Yeah. Yeah. It would be Faker. It would be Faker. The amount of people who know Faker and just how Faker is also doing right now in the World Championships. That dude will be in the finals a second time. He has been now doing League of Legends professionally for 10 years. And if you think, man, that means he's already older, right? Yeah, which is even more frightening because he still has his mad skills, but he is also now like a lot of wisdom, right? He has seen a lot of shit in his 10 years and he knows a lot. So he is now even more frightening. Like, again, I'm sorry, but all the others, like even Ruler, don't get me wrong, Ruler is not bad, but it will be Faker. It will be Faker. Just what it is. Best esports game. Dota. As an esport game. Dota 2. What Valve is doing for spectators is just amazing. Or Counter-Strike. One of those two. I am sorry, League of Legends and even Valorant. They don't really do anything specific for the esports scene. Like they don't have special views, especially League of Legends is becoming more and more an advertisement. Like, I kid you not, they give you a report on the economy of the different lanes and players, like how much money they make, how much items they buy, yada yada, right? They give you the breakdown, and it is the MasterCard economy report. And then they have the stupid MasterCard sound playing when it comes in, and it's just like a huge ad basically for MasterCard. And it's like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, sorry, but as much as I enjoy watching Riot games, they're not doing anything special. So I hope it's one of the Valve games. Content Creator of the Year. Oh. Well, that's weird. I'm not on here. I Am Mouse. It's I Am Mouse. Yep. It will be I Am Mouse. Why? Because she has been... 2023 was the year of I Am Mouse for Twitch and all that. It's crazy what she did. So, I Am Mouse, pretty much. And I don't care. Oh, well, this is interesting. Most anticipated game. I think it will be Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Hades. Is that a reminder that Hades 2 exists? Like, I have to admit I'm a little bit disappointed on how they did it this time. Like, Hades was announced at the Game Awards, and then they released Hades the same night. Cool. This time they announced Hades 2, and it's now a year, and nothing happened. And it's like, Like a Dragon, don't get me wrong, I am still pretty much hyped for Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. It seems to be fantastic. But I don't think it has the reach. I don't think it has the reach. Star Wars Outlaws. Oh, great, another Ubisoft game. Who cares? Sorry, Ubisoft. Nah. Tekken 8. I have watched trailers and some live streams and stuff of Tekken 8. That thing looks fire. But again, it's a fighting game. As much as I would wish that Tekken 8 is it, but it is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Like, the hype which is already happening on this game is just insane. So, yeah, it will be Rebirth, pretty much. Best adaptation. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. The Super Mario Brothers movie. I watched it. It was okay. The Last of Us was great, but do not underestimate the power of Nintendo. Do not underestimate the power of Nintendo, man. Like, the Nintendo community is allowed to vote on this, and they will vote. Like, while the Sony community is like a lot of posturing, like they can all write on Twitter and Reddit, but when it comes to do something, everyone is like, nah, I have better things to do. The Nintendo community is just ravenous. They will vote. So, Twisted Metal, I actually heard it was pretty good. I haven't watched it yet. Again, the Gran Turismo movie. Oh my god, it's so bad. I don't even like. I haven't watched New Castlevania, so I can't really talk about it too much. But again, the Nintendo community is allowed to vote on this, so yeah, believe your butts, it will happen. Best movie player. I love that they choose party animals. This is the picture for party animals. Wow. Wow. Diablo. Street Fighter. This is tough. This is tough. I would say it will be Super Mario Brothers Wonders. Yeah. I don't have a preference here. Best sport racing. Esports. I don't care. Sorry. As every year, I don't give a damn. Best Simmer strategy. Oh god, Company of Heroes 3 was this year. I remember now. City Skylines is not allowed to be on here. I'm sorry. I am sorry. But this shouldn't be on here. As a content creator for City Skylines 2, nah. Nah. It will probably win, but it shouldn't be allowed to. I go with Pikmin 4 personally. I go with Pikmin. As somebody who likes Pikmin, I go with Pikmin. Man, 3 games are Nintendo exclusives. Holy moly. You haven't found any better strategy games like on the PC or something? Huh. Yeah. It will be probably Fire Emblem or Pikmin. If City wins, I will be like, what the hell? I'm sorry, it's not in a state of winning anything. And yeah. Best family, Mario. Because it's Nintendo. And it's Mario. Like, the joke of the best family category, what the hell is that? Is basically the Nintendo category. It's still true. I love party animals. Personally, I would love to see party animals. I have to play this new Super Mario. I heard it's a riot. Like, really, 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 really good. So, yeah, this will probably win Best Family. Yep. Best fighting game. Street Fighter. Street Fighter. Mortal Kombat 1 has too many problems and has an absolute greedy company in the background. They're doing so many things wrong that the community is pretty pissed at the state of the game right now. I don't know what God of Rock is. Nickelodeon is fun, but the fighting community is kind of serious. So Street Fighter. I think Street Fighter deserves it. Yeah, and I think it will be Street Fighter 6. Best RPG. Oh. Huh. Well, Baldur's Gate. Lies of P. I don't like that Lies of P is under RPGs. Seas of Stars is great, but it doesn't have the reach. Final Fantasy was apparently alright. But yeah, I don't like that Lies of P is in here. I have nothing against the game, and I still have to play it. We played the demo, right? But it's a Souls-like. And yes, Souls-like are inherently RPGs, but they are very much their own RPG. Like, I don't know. Feels a bit weird, but debatable. Baldur's Gate still. Starfield. No, sorry. Starfield is a mediocre game. It's fun. I put 200 hours into the game. I did a lot. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Nah. Nah. It will be Baldur's Gate. If you look at Baldur's Gate from a purely RPG perspective, it's the best game in this category for sure. You can create your own character. You can choose the party. It has a rich RPG system with improving your character and tons of choices. So many choices you can make, which will actually have effects on the story and the gameplay. It's D&D. You're opening a category with best RPG in it, and you put a game which is 100% based on D&D into that category. You win that category. It's as simple as that. Best action adventure. Alan Wake, personally. What will realistically win? The Legends of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Spider-Man was alright, was apparently really good, but it was Spider-Man. Jedi Survivor is still apparently not fixed on the PC, so F that. And Resident Evil 4, I'm sorry. Why is this here? Don't get me wrong, it's a great game and all that, but it's still Resident Evil 4. A game which came out, oh boy, 15 years ago? 18 years ago? I hate that. No. Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2 was, like, the combat was okay, the traversal was really good, and the puzzle solving was fantastic. But The Legend of Zelda, clearly. Like, I have to admit, from a purely gameplay perspective, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is beating Alan Wake 2. And I love Alan Wake 2. I love Alan Wake 2. But not necessarily purely for its gameplay. If the game, with the gameplay standalone for Alan Wake 2, I would even go so far to say that Alan Wake 2 is the weakest contendant in this category. Like, again, great game, but combat and all that, sheesh, difficult. Best action game. It's so weird that we have different categories here, but sure. In a game focusing primarily on combat. Armored Core. So good. So good. So good. I like Dead Island 2, but it's more an action adventure than an action game, which is kind of weird. Didn't play Ghost Runner 2. Remnant 2 was alright, but it was also an RPG. Like, it's it falls under the same category as Lies of P. So it's kind of weird to see Remnant 2 under action game and Lies of P under RPG. That's like, why? Weird. But yeah, Armored Core wins. 100%. Folks, I will be back in a minute. I will just grab something to drink. I will be super quick. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for waiting. And I can get something to drink. Yes. So Armored Core. I still make the mistake. After all those years. What the hell? There we go. Damn. Apparently I'm not very strong, huh? All right, let's have a look at the next category. What do we got? Best VR AR. I don't know. I don't care. Next. Best mobile game. I heard a lot of good things about Monster Hunter Now. But I think it would be Honkai Star Rail. Yeah. Yeah, I think it would be Honkai Star Rail. Final Fantasy could beat this. Final Fantasy could theoretically beat this. But the Honkai community is strong. So they would probably vote on this. Yeah. Best debut in indie game. Ooh. Technically, the studio who created Cocoon is not new. It's the creator from Limbo. So, debatable. I heard that Cocoon is really good. I heard that Pizza Tower is really good. Vemba is pretty good. Viewfinder was fantastic. Dredge is great. Ooh, this is tough. This is tough, man. I think Cocoon will win this. Personally, I go with Viewfinder. But Cocoon or Dredge, one of the two. But I think it will be Cocoon. Like the crazy idea of having a world in a world in a world in a world, right? And everything just goes more inside the world is crazy. So yeah, I think this will win. Best independent game. Excuse me? See, this is why I cannot take the Game Awards serious. Dave the Diver shouldn't be in here. Dave the Diver was great. And I highly recommend Dave the Diver. If you like pixel art with some great like cooking and all that, it's great. It's absolutely fantastic. It's not an indie game. Made outside the traditional publisher system. Dude, Mint Rocket is a subsidiary of Nexon. They are 100% a Nexon subsidiary. They're not just owned. Nexon was basically sitting down and was like, you, subsidiary of us, make Dave the Diver, let's go. Like the idea for Mint Rocket, and they explained this in an interview, was to make smaller, more focused games which are not necessarily MMOs. But they are part of Nexon. They are sitting in the Nexon studios, just on a different floor. And Nexon is owning the whole building. Like, what? I am sorry, but what is Dave the Diver doing here? It was founded 100% with Nexon money. And freaking Nexon makes bank. So, no. They tried to not talk about it, and apparently it worked, because they did fall for it. Dave the Diver is not an independent game. It's not an indie game. By all means, it ain't. Cocoon. I would love to see Sea of Stars win. Sea of Stars is old school RPG. I'm actually have it on a list because it isn't that long. It's on my I want to check it out list. I have the fear that Dave the Diver will win. And it shouldn't. I hope it doesn't. Because it shouldn't be in this category. It just shouldn't. I'm sorry. Best community supported. Yeah, funny that is here. No. Baldur's Gate is doing a pretty good effort. They have been doing a fantastic job. I think Baldur's Gate, but I think, like every year, it will be Final Fantasy XIV. It's the Final Fantasy XIV category. Best ongoing. Yep. Final Fantasy. Might be Genshin Impact as here. Cyberpunk. No, sorry. Maybe Apex. But I think it will be Final Fantasy as every year. Same procedure as every year. Right. Games for Impact. Oh, boyo. And none for Guild Wars 2. I have no clue what to choose here. I find Terra Nil a little bit weird. Vemba. I heard only good things about Vemba. The story they are telling through food and basically family or immigration families in another country and how they are bringing their traditions and all that with them through food. I have not played it. I've only seen people playing it. It's gorgeous. It's a great game. And apparently a lot of people have been crying quite a bit in this game. Goodbye Volcano High. Yeah, I heard mixing stuff of it. Middling. Not mixing. Middling. So, yeah. Yeah, I heard some, like, apparently the whole thing fizzles out pretty quickly. And this is just what I heard. That they sometimes didn't know what they wanted to do now with the story. Like, yeah. So, I don't know. I can't really say anything, but I hope Vemba wins. Innovation and accessibility. Huh? Street Fighter or Forza. Marvel is also doing some crazy stuff. They're all good. I don't know why Diablo has some, they needed quite some patches to actually add it in. But Street Fighter, like Spider-Man, Insomniac is doing crazy stuff when it comes to inclusivity and accessibility for people. The same goes for Microsoft. Microsoft takes so much care of it. I don't really care who wins here, besides of Diablo. I think everyone deserves it. I don't really have anything to say here. Best performance. This is tough. This is tough. This is actually a really, really good category. Like, especially Idris Elba. I was concerned when they announced that Idris Elba is taking over because Keanu Reeves in Cyberpunk was hit or miss. Idris Elba, though, on the other hand, he was really good even as a voice actor. Like, he was really good as a voice actor. Like, pretty impressed by what he brought to the table. Which again, not every Hollywood movie star is good for video games. So that he actually like managed that good. Yeah. Also, I love how everyone has like a headshot here, like a professional headshot, and then there's Ben Starr just with his Instagram picture. I love it. It's like everyone has professional headshots here, and he is just like, just taking a selfie here with my earbuds in an alley, and snap. I love it. I love it. I'm not sure about Melanie. Like, she was alright in Alan Wake, but I think she didn't do anything crazy. She was alright. I go with Nail. I go with Nail Newborn. I'm sorry. Like, he was just too good. He was just too good. And for everyone who's wondering, what did he play? Astarion. He plays Astarion. He's too good. Yeah, I have to go with him. Like, again, they are all good. Ben Starr actually won the best performance for the Joystick Awards last week. So, but like, yeah, no, he's too good. He's too good. I'm sorry. I'm going with Nail Newborn. 100%. Best audio design. Ooh, Alan Wake. Like, the sounds they were playing. I mean, Dead Space was also pretty good. But the sounds they're playing in Alan Wake and the atmosphere they are creating with the sound. I saw one particular streamer play it without headphones, and I couldn't watch this for a long time because I was just like, no, dude. No. Don't really care too much, but I say Alan Wake. Best score music, Alan Wake. I'm sorry. Like, the music they were using in Alan Wake, I love the Baldur's Gate music. I think Soken has outdone himself with the music in Final Fantasy 16. Like, holy shit. Like, Soken is just, he did go on a rampage with the music in that game. Fantastic. But Alan Wake was too good, man. I wouldn't be mad if any of those three wins. I think it would be okay with all three of them. But Alan Wake 2 had too many catchy songs. Too many catchy songs. So yeah, I have to go with Alan Wake. Again, wouldn't be mad with Baldur's Gate 3. and I wouldn't be mad with Final Fantasy. But I hope Alan Wake. Best art direction. Ooh. Alan Wake 2. Again, like, Hi-Fi Rush is cool. Super Mario is bonkers. But Alan Wake 2, like the graphics, I have never seen a prettier game. I have never seen a prettier game. Like, Alan Wake 2 is too good looking. Graphics is not art direction. For outstanding creative and or technical achievement, artistic design and animation. Well, even the animations, like the faces and stuff, is just bonkers. So, yeah. Best narrative, Alan Wake. I'm sorry. Alan Wake. Baldur's Gate 3 has I have not seen the ending, but from what I have heard from the ending of Baldur's Gate 3, it has the typical Larian Studio problem. And if you're like, huh? It fizzles out. If you are playing the other Larian Studio games, and every time you're reaching the ending, it fizzles out so hard. You reach the ending, and it's like, wait, that's it? Wait, but, okay. Like, Larian Studios is great in the journey, but not the ending. And Alan Wake, I'm sorry, Cyberpunk was okay. Phantom Liberty, I think it was alright. I haven't played Marvel Spider-Man nor Final Fantasy because exclusives. But Alan Wake, like, we just finished Alan Wake last week, and I'm still buzzing over the story, and I'm still thinking about it, and I'm still trying to understand what a lot of the things means, and I'm looking forward to the DLCs who are probably explaining more of it. Like, when I was done with the Phantom Liberty ending, I was like, yeah, all right. Right. Like, again, the narrative is also really good in Baldur's Gate. But Alan Wake just if somebody asks me, what would you recommend? Like, to whom would you recommend Alan Wake 2? Then I would say for the people who love a really, really, really good story. Who are there for a story. You love the Metal Gear Solid series? There you go. Like, yeah, Alan Wake. Best Game Direction, awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Super Mario Bros. Wonders or The Legend of Zelda. One of the two. Good morning, Sakura. Like, don't get me wrong. We have seen this before at Spider-Man. It's D&D. Nothing special when it comes to game direction. Like, did they do something crazy in narrative design? Yes. Yes. But game direction and design? Nah. Like, in Zelda, I'm still seeing shorts and videos in Tears of the Kingdom where people are building literally mechs of mass destruction. Like, the stuff you can build together there is just insane. And Super Mario Bros. Wonders, like how you can change the world and all that, is like, there is one thing I can definitely say when it comes to Nintendo games. They're trying new innovative stuff. So one of the two. I think Zelda will win. But if it is Super Mario Bros., I wouldn't be surprised. The rest is good. but it doesn't do anything special. Oh, here we go. This is the last category. Game of the Year. Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. Baldur's Gate 3. Why is this here, by the way? Man, did we really didn't find another game of the year? Didn't we find another game we could have put into this category specifically? Nothing against Resident Evil 4, but it's still Resident Evil 4. Yes, it's a remake. Yes, they changed a few things. But in the end, it's still freaking Resident Evil 4. Weird. As if we didn't have any other good games. Spider-Man. I have seen Spider-Man 2. It's Spider-Man. Alan Wake 2 is definitely a contender for Game of the Year, but I think it never wins it because it does fail when it comes to some of the gameplay elements. Like, the combat is one of the weakest points in the game, and that's not Game of the Year material. Like, for me, Game of the Year material is for games which hit every category. And Alan Wake has its weaknesses. Would I still highly recommend the game? Is it on my Game of the Year's lists? You know, my top 5 lists? Yeah, it is on there. Might change a little bit, but it's definitely a contender. But winning? I think it should be Baldur's Gate 3. The buzz, which is still around Baldur's Gate 3, by the way, is insane. You're going to Google and you're looking at the trends. This game is topping everything. None of those games on here could get even remotely close to Baldur's Gate 3. Even The Legend of Zelda has basically fizzled out. The hardcore community is still there. But Baldur's Gate, it's just a force. It's an absolute force still, after all those months after the release. People are still jumping in it. People are still buying it. People are still playing it for the first time. People are still making videos about it. Like, it's this game like Elden Ring, which is just omnipresent. It's everywhere. I will be honest. Spider-Man came for a week and then basically disappeared. Yeah, fan art. The other fan art. Boy, oh. Like, wherever you go, music, like, it's just everywhere. It's just everywhere. And everyone talks about it. And yes, I know the biggest meme, the bear sex. Haha. But jokes aside, if you have a speedrunning community who literally tries to get laid the fastest way possible, what is the record now? 4 minutes? Like, you know you got something. I know this sounds like a meme, this sounds stupid, but think about that. You can have a portion of your community doing nothing else but focusing on speed runs who can get laid the fastest way possible. And there are tons of them there. Like, that is just such a small part of your community overall. But that you have a large enough community who can split up in those small subcategories is absolutely insane. Like, that Resident Evil 4 is on here. Nobody talks about Resident Evil 4 anymore. It came, made an impact, it fizzled out. Zelda is still there. Not as strong, but yeah. Marvel's Spider-Man, same thing. It came, made an impact, and fizzled out. Shit, same is true for Alan Wake. And that's okay. But if you were looking at the contenders for Game of the Year, I think it's between Baldur's Gate 3 and Tears of the Kingdom. I saw some people saying that, nah, Tears of the Kingdom has no chance, it's too niche, yada yada yada. Dude, it's an open world RPG with building elements and more, without spoilers here. What do you mean niche? Oh yeah, it's the amount of people who have played it. Dude, it's on a Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch has sold over 128 million times. Like, the people still have this weird view of Nintendo being niche and Nintendo being just a small subcategory in gaming. Plays into Nintendo's strength, by the way. Nintendo loves to be the underdog. They love that shit. A little bit too much sometimes. But that's not the reality. The Nintendo Switch is one of the most sold consoles of all time. Like, this is not a niche. Super Mario Bros. Wonder, it's a great game. And I think it's here to stay. But even then, it's a bit of a smaller blimp on the radar. So this would be between Baldur's Gate 3 and The Legend of Zelda. And it should go to Baldur's Gate 3 because the amount of people who did play Baldur's Gate 3 in comparison to Legend of Zelda definitely wins. Like, it's coming out on Xbox in what? 3 weeks? They're still planning to release it this year. And then it's on basically nearly every platform. Like, yeah, no, the impact this game had on the gaming industry this year. Like, I have never seen that many publishers even panicking and be like, don't look at it. If you're not looking at it, it's not there. It cannot harm you. And even publishers reacted that way. Like, I remember those weird, like, news where they were like, yeah, oh my god, don't look too much at Baldur's Gate 3. It's a special game and we cannot recreate that. We cannot do this. Like, no, let's not do that. And it's like, well, somebody is afraid. somebody is afraid. Like, the discourse on Tears of the Kingdom was literally, that's Nintendo. That's Nintendo. Okay, let's move on. Like, again, the impact this game had on the gaming world as a whole is just insane. So yeah, if Baldur's Gate 3 doesn't win, then I guess Dave the Diver can be an indie game. I think, all things considered, they did a pretty good job this year. I don't, again, Resident Evil 4 is a little bit on the huh side. And again, Dave the Diver is not allowed to be here. Best independent game. No, sorry. It's not. Do your job. Find out who is financing and who is behind the studio, please. Right? It's like no. It doesn't belong here. But the rest was good. The rest was good. All right. But with that said, we are at the end of the video for the 2023 nominees. And now we just wait for the Game Awards, which of course we will watch live. And there should be also a lot of trailers and reactions coming, so prepare your butts for that. With that said, if you enjoyed my commentary, please don't forget to leave a like and also subscribe to the React channel if you haven't yet, and also check out my live stream channel, which you'll find a link down below in the video description. Thank you so much for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.